What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Our Brains Hurt. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being here week after week and listening to us and downloading it or streaming the podcast. Whatever you guys do to help, it's greatly appreciated. We love you and we thank you for being here week after week. Now, let's get to the show.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
I don't want to get too in the weeds with football because I know we should definitely have Travis on to go over, which will be historically the worst picks ever by myself. I think my prediction was a Jets-Bears Super Bowl, which is so bad.
Was it really?
I think it was.
I'm trying to remember what mine was. I think it was Bills. Fuck, did I pick Bills Niners again? I might have.
I don't remember. To be fair, I did say I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna have fun with these predictions this year.
Oh yeah. That's what you
I
did.
did not think the Jets were gonna have 4 wins. Or did they have 5? Not they might have ended up with 5. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, like in my household, as people know, my wife is a Philly fan. That means during baseball season we do not get along because I'm a Mets fan, and there's no. If she's watching the Phillies and I'm with her, she knows that I'm hate watching the Phillies. I keep my mouth shut, but she knows.
yeah. Well, of course. Every Philly fan knows that all other teams' fans, if they're watching a Philadelphia game, are hate watching.
Yeah,
that's just how that works.
Football, I can get behind. I'm fine with the Eagles because I'm a Jet fan, and they're not a rival, so
they're both green, so it makes you feel at home.
Yeah, there you go. I like the Commanders. Living in this area for so long, for some reason I hate the Ravens, but I've always liked the Redskins. So
I hate the Ravens too. So
I will definitely pull for the Commanders as long as they are in it. Plus, I'm a huge Jaden Daniels fan. He's so fun to watch, man.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And the nice thing here, shit. What the fuck was I gonna say? Something about them. Oh well. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what they do with like the RFK Stadium site.
Yeah, it's funny. My daughter is actually on an airplane right now, flying back to Kentucky, flying to Cincinnati actually, because it's only an hour and a half from Lexington. But and as you know, I drove her to the airport a couple hours ago. And we drove right past RFK Stadium. I was like, yeah, that's where the Skins used to play. And I was thinking about that too. So it's funny you brought that up. I just saw the stadium like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They, supposedly what they want to do is do like the same thing that, like the Braves did with their new stadium, where it's like they didn't just build a stadium; they built like a whole little like small city around it.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
Shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I foresee that whole area in DC like blowing the fuck up.
Yeah. Are they definitely going back to it?
Huh?
Are they definitely going back to RFK?
No, the land was just relinquished from federal control to the city recently.
Okay.
But that's like the first step. The city owns it now. The city can like sell the land to the Commanders or whatever, that's all like proposed to be what's gonna happen. It's what's gonna happen.
That'll be cool. That would be cool to see them back in DC.
Yeah, they'll build a whole new stadium and a whole little city around there. And I mean, you can already see what they're doing to Anacostia right now. Anacostia is getting like the gentrification treatment.
Shit, look at Navy Yard when the Nationals moved in.
Yeah, I know.
That place was the taint of DC, and now it's like one of the best neighborhoods
look at Buzzard Point too, where
Yeah.
the Audi field is as
Yep.
well. Like
Yep. Yeah.
that whole area is like blowing the fuck up and becoming like a new downtown area.
Yeah.
And Anacostia is following suit.
Hmm.
They're already big building right now, like big ass buildings, like right across that new bridge from Nats Park and shit.
Yeah. I like DC. DC is a rad city.
Yeah, DC is a cool city.
It's nice. That's one city that I would definitely live in. Um, yeah, I would live in DC, but um,
A lot of people hate DC, but whatever. It's all
yeah,
right.
a lot of people hate DC, but there's a neighbor just north of DC that's much easier to hate.
Yeah, Baltimore.
I'm
I'm not even gonna
trying
hold
not to, I
back.
didn't want to say the name because
Oh, I'll say it.
we've yeah, you say it. We've played a couple
Yeah.
shows there. We have a show coming up in March in Baltimore. And Baltimore
My
has been good to this new band that I'm in right now. So I don't want to like
my my favorite thing about Baltimore is how they try to claim like Edgar Allan Poe as their own,
yeah.
but but like he just died there.
Like so many others. Like
Yeah,
so many others.
like literally, it's so funny to me how Baltimore tries to claim him. It's like, no, Baltimore, like he he disappeared for 2 weeks and then turned up face down in one of your streets and
Yeah.
got found and got taken to the hospital and apparently had been on like a 2 week bender
Yeah.
and then just like died in your city. Like you don't get him.
Which is the best thing to do in Baltimore. Well, where is he from?
He's ours. Well, technically
Is
he's
he
from like
Virginia?
Massachusetts,
Oh, okay.
but when he was young, he was like sent down here. He was like adopted,
Okay.
and he was adopted by a family in Richmond.
Oh,
And
okay.
so like I think he moved to Richmond from Massachusetts when he was like young, when he was like 10 or
Yeah.
something. And then he lived his entire life in Richmond
Oh no shit. So why the whole Baltimore thing?
because
That's
he
where he died.
disappeared for 2 weeks and was found face down in a street in Baltimore and had clearly been on like a 2 week like alcohol binge or that
that
no one really knows what happened to him in those 2 weeks.
that's the most Baltimore shit ever.
Yeah, and so Baltimore, yeah, whoever found him like face down in the ditch in Baltimore, like took him to a hospital and he like died there
Wow.
like 2 days later or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't know any of that. I forget he just lived here and was from here.
No,
I
he
never
like yeah, he has like no connection to Baltimore whatsoever except for the fact that he was found face down in one of the streets and
wow.
then died like a couple days later.
Damn.
Yeah, he disappeared. Nobody knew where he was for like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a weird story.
Damn. Baltimore got Edgar Allan Poe, man.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You could
And by
survive so many things, but try going through Baltimore, Edgar.
you spend enough time in Baltimore, Baltimore's gonna get you.
You could be the king of horror. Nope. It'll get you.
No, no, the king of horror is Baltimore.
That's yeah, that's right.
I love when you're talking about Baltimore and people are like, just stay in the nice areas," and you're like, I don't think you've been
Yeah,
to
can you
Baltimore
please show me?
before.
Is that
Yeah,
the nice area of Baltimore is DC?
I'm pretty
That's the
sure.
nice area of Baltimore.
If you're saying there's nice areas in Baltimore, like I'm pretty sure you've never been there before.
That's so fun. People are gonna hate this episode already, but that's okay because Baltimore. The big here's the difference between New York, between DC and Baltimore. In DC, you could avoid the bad areas because it's an area and there's a large area next to it that's okay. In Baltimore, it's like block by block. It's like, okay, this block isn't bad, but if you walk over there, you're gonna get murdered.
Yeah,
You can
like
see, you can stand in the good area and see the bad area from wherever
yeah,
you are in
it's like
Baltimore.
guys, we're not walking that block.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're staying this block,
Um,
and don't get pushed in the harbor.
no,
You don't
do
want
not.
hepatitis.
No, you become crab food. I knew somebody who was a he was a diver for the he was a Navy diver. Then when he got out of the Navy, he dove for the Baltimore police. or maybe it was state. I don't know. It was either Anne Arundel or Baltimore City, Baltimore County Police. I forget, but he would say that whenever he would dive down and recover a dead body, it would be covered with blue crab, just eating it. Um,
Well,
it
yeah,
doesn't
that's what
stop me from
they
eating
do.
crabs though, because crabs are delicious.
They are very delicious.
But they will eat the fuck out of a dead body. So
People can hate on us hating on Baltimore all they want.
yeah,
It's like Baltimore's like, coming from a DC kid, I'm from Arlington originally, which is, used to be part of DC
yeah,
at one point. And so like DC's, I always feel home there,
yeah,
even though it was rough in the 80s where late
yeah. It
70s.
was.
But as a native DC kid, I look at Baltimore as like, when you were in high school and you got that group of friends and like everybody had that one guy in their group of friends that everybody else in school is like, why do they hang out with that douchebag? And you're like,
Yes.
okay, yeah, you're right. He's a douchebag, but like he's our douchebag.
Yes.
That's what Baltimore is to a DC kid.
Yeah, it's our douchebag.
Yeah, like fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore's our douchebag.
Yeah.
Just like New Jersey is New York's douchebag.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, Hoboken.
Yeah.
Having said all that, if you're in the Baltimore area, the Blanks will be playing on March 14th with Italian Blood and the Lousketeers, I think. Wait, who? I think so. I think Italian Blood. Maybe not the Lousketeers. It's Italian Blood. It's Pie Day 3/14. So Italian Blood's doing this whole pizza thing, and we're going to be playing that show. So anyway,
Like
we
a
love you,
pizza
Baltimore.
pie?
Huh?
Like I said, like a pizza pie?
Yeah, because it's Pie Day 3/14. So Italian Blood is doing this whole like pizza
Oh, yeah.
pie because they're Italian, and it's very racist, and it makes me weird and uncomfortable. But that's okay.
But pizza's not even Italian.
I know it's not. It's totally not.
It's American.
Mm, yeah,
It's delicious.
it is delicious.
It's the best American food. It's either pizza or burgers. That we got those. Those are ours.
I think I prefer pizza over
And-
burgers, but it's really close. It's
Yeah.
really close.
And Caesar salad. Those are our claims to fame.
What about tacos? That's really American. That's not really Mexican, is it? Tacos?
What- I mean, the Taco Bell style tacos are like American.
Yeah, yeah.
Mexico doesn't do those.
No, I know. Yeah.
Those are white people tacos, and they're
Hell
delicious.
yeah. They're fucking yeah. The beef Mexi melt came back. I love it.
Yeah, it did.
Hell yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. I went to the drive-thru the other day and got two of those bad boys.
Man, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a while.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because people don't go to Taco Bell when things are good. You're
Man.
either wasted or broke if you're going to Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like nobody goes to Taco. Nobody's like, goes for a jog and like, it's a Sunday nice afternoon. I'm going to go grab some taco. No, nobody does that. Taco Bell is like, I'm wasted. I need to shit all this alcohol out.
Yeah,
or all I have is 80 cents and I'm starving. Those are the two reasons to go to Taco Bell.
The NASDAQ just went up by like 15 points. I just made $14 million. Where you guys want to go? Taco Bell?
Said no one ever.
You guys don't want to celebrate with Mexi Melts? They brought the Mexi Melt back.
Oh, dude, Taco Bell's so fucking good, man. It's so bad and so good. I don't know if there's anything that might be the greatest example of something that's so bad and so good at the same time. It's got to be Taco Bell.
Hey guys, Trev from the Struggling Artist Podcast, and I want to talk to you real quick about Struggling Artist Record Club. The Struggling Artist Record Club is a vinyl record subscription service where I hunt and curate the best punk and punk adjacent music out there and mail their record to your door each and every month. Imagine finding your new favorite band from across the country without ever having to leave the house. It doesn't get much better than that. The excitement of discovering new music just got that much easier. As a member of the Struggling Artist Record Club, you are going to receive some of the best music you've ever heard from bands you may never even heard of. Whether you've been collecting records for years or just starting out, the Struggling Artist Record Club is designed specifically for you. And right now, all new members get a Struggling Artist Record Club exclusive along with the monthly selection. So head to StrugglingArtistRecordClub.com, pick a membership, and start building that collection today.
So, it's officially the most healthy fast food option of all the major fast food chains.
Is it really
Yeah.
better than Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I guess you could.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say I don't know if Chick-fil-A is held in the same standards as like
Yeah.
the bottom of the barrel fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, yes.
I think for a while, I don't know if this is still the case, but I know for a while the most fattening or highest calorie, one of the two, fast food items was the from McDonald's. It was the what's that sandwich they had? It's like 2 pancakes with sausage.
One of the McGriddle.
McGriddles. Yeah, McGriddles. Because it's like it's 2 syrup infused pancakes as the bun, which is the fucking I love America, and that's fucking badass. I think the McGriddle was for a while either the highest calorie or most fattening fast food item you could possibly get.
It might be most fattening. I don't know, but I will tell you, it's not the highest calorie because a few things have triumphed over top of the McGriddle.
Sure, lately, yeah. This is like 10 to 20 years ago. I just remember that knowing like I saw a list once, and that was like the most unhealthy fast food item you could possibly purchase is the McGriddle.
For some reason, it's been going strong for probably close to 10 years now. I could tell you what the number one worst thing is, and you'll probably be surprised at it.
What is it? Big Mac?
It's something at Subway.
No shit.
Yeah, it's the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub at Subway.
Really?
Yes, and it's because of that dressing very specifically.
Damn, what is it? Just like loaded with sugar?
Yes.
And flour?
Yes. It's got like a 12-inch sub of that. It has like 4,500 calories. Yeah, it beats the Monster Thick Burger at Hardee's, which the Monster Thick Burger at Hardee's is bread, meat, cheese, bacon, meat, cheese, bacon, mayo, ketchup, bread. That's all it is. And the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub beats that out.
The funniest part about that is that there are people that think that they're going to Subway, they're getting chicken,
and
it's going to be healthy.
And
there are people that think that way. Yeah.
and it just ruined it all.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. 4,500 calories is fucking bad to the bone. I love it.
I do not understand how Subway is still open.
It's so bad.
It is. And have you ever heard somebody be like, yo, Subway's my jam?
Never. No, it's nobody's jam.
Not once.
No.
Not once.
It's horrible.
You hear people talk about McDonald's is their shit, Taco Bell's their shit, Burger King's their shit, Hardee's
McDonald's
is their shit.
Yeah.
You even hear people on the East Coast talk about the West Coast places are their shit, like Jack in the Box or fucking or like
their
In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, you hear people talk about all these things all the time. Never once have I ever heard anybody be like,
"No,
oh, I love Subway. I go there all the time."
No, because it's not hard to make a good sandwich.
No,
that's why you can't. It's hard to make a good burger. It's hard to make a really good. Maybe it's not hard to make a good taco, but like, I fucking McDonald's to me is like, that's my if we were to do our final meal thing, I've said it many times. McDonald's is so good.
It's not, but that's okay.
It's not. It's not good. Okay, to me, McDonald's is delicious.
Yeah,
I understand that it's shit. I understand. I know that I have a problem, and that's why I think McDonald's is good. I understand that.
It would be really nice if I could get like a Big Mac with like the quarter pounder burgers without having to pay a ridiculous amount of fucking money for that shit. Because like the beef patties that are on the Big Mac are like they're bottom of the barrel shitty.
Oh, it's because they're cheeseburger patties. They're horrible.
Yeah, and they charge like $7 for that.
Yeah, it's as thick as like a penny. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. What's the most you've ever eaten in one sitting at a fast food restaurant?
No, that's
I know mine instantly.
that's
I'm
man.
proud. I
What is?
proudly know mine instantly.
I mean, it's honestly, it's probably Popeyes, but it might also be Taco Bell.
Mm, yeah.
Popeyes has really good chicken nuggets, and I have definitely eaten an entire thing of them. Like, I think the big one you can get's like 36 or something like that.
Oh shit. I've never
Yeah.
had Popeyes chicken nuggets. I love
Oh my
Popeyes.
God,
I've
dude, they're so
never had their
good.
nuggets.
They brought them back within the last couple years. They
Do
they
they have
had this.
like original, like spicy and regular and stuff like that?
I think they have regular and spicy.
Hmm.
They're so good. That is definitely something that you need to try to go get.
I
They
will.
are amazing. Yeah.
Popeye is way better than KFC, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Way better. Not even a question.
Yeah.
KFC just kind of like, sucks.
Yeah,
But
it
but
does.
they got good coleslaw.
Yes, and I'm a coleslaw fan. I
Yeah.
love it's funny because like a lot of people, if I go to a restaurant and coleslaw is a side, like an option, and if as long as I can get two sides, it's always one of them is always coleslaw for me. And people always like coleslaw. I'm like, dude, coleslaw is fucking delicious, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
is.
good. It's
Especially
so fucking
KFC
good.
coleslaw.
Yeah.
They just put a whole bunch of black pepper on it. Mm,
Oh yeah, coleslaw's a shit. And then if you get like a barbecue sandwich to throw it on there, like oh
yeah.
man, coleslaw's great.
It's always weird to me when I see people buy barbecue sandwiches and they leave the coleslaw off, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, amateur
Yeah,
hour all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've just made it worse.
Yeah, that sandwich could easily be 4 times better
Yeah, yeah.
with
Like
strips of cabbage and mayonnaise, you motherfucker.
and yeah, maybe get some pickles on there too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What are you doing if you're leaving that stuff
Yeah.
off a barbecue sandwich? You bland fuck.
Yeah. Dude, the most I ever ate at a fast, I probably told this story on here before, but I wrestled in high school. And there's one meet I had to cut weight for, wrestling meet. This is I say meat, but this is the story
Wrestling
ends
meat.
with meat.
Well,
meat in
wrestling
quotes.
wrestling meat is definitely the title of this episode.
Yes. Yeah. I had to cut weight and I was hungry as shit. And we were driving home. And I went to the McDonald's drive-thru and I ordered two double quarter pounder meals, supersized. That was back when you could supersize it. And this McDonald's is like literally 4 minutes from my house. And I finished both double quarter pounders and both supersized fries before I got home.
Mm.
I
Somebody
don't know how many.
says-
That's got to be a couple thousand calories. Two
Oh,
double quarter
easily.
pounders and two
Easily.
supersized fries.
That's probably more than a couple
Yeah, it
thousand
was-
calories. It's probably
it
like
was-
3 or 4.
Almost have a boner now thinking about it because like I physically can't do that anymore, and it's kind of sad to me. But man, did I fucking see and conquer some fucking fast food when I could? So I always have the memories.
Always wrestling meat. Mm.
Wrestling some meat.
Here
Yeah.
come the wrestling meat sweats.
Man.
Good times, good times.
Oh, yeah.
I once so have you ever had a monster thick burger from Hardee's?
No, so we had Hardee's around here when I was a kid, but we rarely ever went. And then when I was in the Navy and lived in California, there was a Hardee's, but I really didn't go to it that. So I didn't really Hardee's what Roy Rogers became?
No, they're two.
That's two different
Completely-
things.
Yep,
All
because
right.
Roy Rogers still exists.
Does it really?
Yeah,
No shit. Wow.
there's one in Maryland House. You know where Maryland House is?
yeah,
right?
yeah. We
Yeah.
stopped. Yeah, we stopped there on the way to our show in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
But anyways, what I was saying before, like the monster thick burger, was just meat, cheese, bacon,
Oh, that's
mayo,
awesome.
ketchup. It's
Yeah.
like 4,000 calories. This was years ago, probably like 15 years ago or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, longer than that, actually. This is probably like, fuck, this is probably like 17, 18 years ago. I had a monster thick burger I was going to this New Year's party, and there was this guy there, and I had one, and dude was like, I think we had two, and somebody else wasn't gonna eat
You
it.
brought it to the party?
Yeah, we were just showing up. Like we got there early to this house
Okay,
party, and I was just bringing dinner, and we had like two of them, and I was only gonna eat one and save one for later. The other one was supposed to be for somebody else,
yeah.
and they didn't want it. And somebody was like, Matt will eat it, and this one guy was like, dude, those things are like 4,000 calories a piece. He was like, you're
Fuck
not
yeah,
gonna
they
eat.
are.
He was like, you're not gonna eat two of them, and I was like, the fuck I won't. And he's like, there's no way you could fucking eat two of those. And I was like, watch me. He's like, fuck that. He's like, that's bullshit. He's like, I'll bet you $50 that you can't eat both of those in one
Oh
sitting.
shit.
And I was like, you don't know me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, I had that $50 in my hand.
That's awesome.
That's just
You ate two of those motherfuckers in 5 minutes. That's awesome.
yeah. My girlfriend at the time like looked at the guy like that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody ever say.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I was just like, gulp, gulp.
Oh
There you
man, nothing's better than fast food, man.
give me
Fast
give
food
me
is the
give me
shit.
my $50 now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of thing anymore.
I've probably eaten more calories in a sitting at Taco Bell than I did with those two double quarter pounder meals at some point. Um, but that's the most memorable, obnoxious fast food sitting that I've ever had.
Because I've definitely put down some Taco Bell in my life in
Oh
one
man, it's,
sitting.
it's so easy.
But I
So easy.
it's hard to remember things.
Because nobody eats Taco Bell sober, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody goes for a good time to Taco Bell. Like it just doesn't fucking happen. It should only be open from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. That's it.
That-
That's all. Nobody goes to Taco Bell before 11 p.m. I used to work there. Nobody goes there.
those
That was
Taco
my
Bell
first job ever.
cantinas. Nice. Those Taco Bell cantinas that serve alcohol, like why wasn't that a thing in the
Wait, where are
90s?
those? That's a thing?
They're like
Oh man.
fancier Taco Bells that also serve alcohol. They're not everywhere, but like
Fuck
uh
yeah.
the only one around there's one in Alexandria, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I think there was one in Richmond, but I don't know if it's there anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, you get like the freezy drinks at Taco Bell.
Yeah, yeah.
They have those, but there's like alcohol in them.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah.
So you can like hang out there and drink and shit?
Yes.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Taco Bell's gonna get people drunk. They're
Dude,
buy
that's
more
genius.
Taco
Hell
Bell.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be like if Waffle House served booze.
Oh my god. That would be I don't know about that. That would be dangerous. Every Waffle House would have to have their own police station then if
I mean,
that was the case.
it's pretty much already like that.
It is pretty much like that.
Yeah. Waffle House is a wonderful place.
I've only been once, I think.
Oh wow,
Yeah, we don't have them up here in Maryland.
that's weird. That's weird because
I
they're
think
like
we have
everywhere.
one or two, maybe, but like
Western
I,
Maryland has them, but not where you're at.
yeah, not where I'm at, and my whole life has been from like I was, all of my family is north of me, so my whole life has been from here north. I've never really fucked with here south.
How the fuck does Baltimore not have Waffle House?
It might,
That's-
it might by now it might because Baltimore is like the Waffle House of cities.
Yeah,
So it might have one. I don't know.
it just seems like Baltimore and Waffle House is a perfect marriage. Like,
Yeah. It's like a satellite city of Baltimore. Like if you're at a Waffle House, you're technically in Baltimore,
it's like
even if you're in
you know,
Texas.
you're looking at Baltimore and Waffle House. They both got wedding rings on, and you're like, who asked who? And they're both like, I don't know. We just kind of both woke up like this one day. There was a bunch of empty bottles of booze laying around, and we both were wearing wedding rings. I don't know how this happened.
My only Waffle House experience that we where the fuck was it? It might have been. I think it was when I was on tour with Shorty way back in the late '90s, maybe like 2000. And I think it might have been like North Carolina or South Carolina. I remember going to one late at night, and I remember walking into the bathroom and just seeing diarrhea like all over the
Ah, Waffle House.
and just shutting the door and coming back out. I'm like, I'll piss in the bushes. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I think it was North Carolina. I'm not totally sure though.
the best Waffle House stories are. So the first time I saw somebody shit in the urinal, just kidding. Waffle Houses don't have urinals.
Their bathroom is just a huge floor with a drain in the middle of it.
Yeah, yeah, it actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a toilet in the corner, but it
Yeah.
may or may not have shit all over
Oh
it.
yeah, that's good 1 day a month.
I've definitely gone into a Waffle House bathroom and seen a pile of shit on the floor. That's real.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep.
Man.
Anybody who's ever been to a Waffle House right now is like going, yeah, yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. Tell us your Waffle House stories. Everybody.
Most of them involve fights.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, Waffle House should have something on the menu called wrestling meat. That's just true, you know.
Can I get a wrestling meat double?
And a Texas bacon cheesesteak plate
Yeah. Can you
melt.
can you put your cigarette ashes in there while you're cooking it, please? Thank you.
It's yeah. You don't even have to ask for that.
Yeah, that's just
It's already
guaranteed.
in the description. Yeah,
Man.
how you want your hash browns next to that, hun? Covered chunk, dice topped and capped.
Is Cracker Barrel? That's not as bad as Waffle House, right? Cracker Barrel, or is that just more like upscale rednecky?
Yeah, I mean Cracker
We
Barrels.
do have Crackle Barrels up here.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel is you know they masquerade as a fancy breakfast place,
Yeah.
but really it's just
Waffle House with makeup.
yeah, well no, they're yeah, it's Waffle House with makeup, but they're also racist.
Okay.
Because we all yeah, Waffle House is like the least racist place on the face of the planet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cracker
That's
Barrel
hilarious.
is the exact opposite.
Yes.
But Cracker Barrel does sell booze now.
Really?
Yeah, you can go to Cracker Barrel and get a Bloody Mary now.
Oh shit. I love me
Yep.
some Bloody Marys, man. That's a
Yep.
great drink, a Bloody Mary.
But you don't know whose blood it is.
Oh, it's Mary's. It might be a Bloody Michelle, a Bloody Bob. You never know. It's whoever died in the fight, the knife fight from the night before.
Yeah, you know, Cracker Barrel's the spot you go to. You order biscuits and gravy. It shows up to the table, and you're like, "Man, these biscuits are white." These
Oh, this
biscuits
place is called Cracker Barrel, sir. So.
oh, oh, shit!
Yes.
Even the fucking gravy is white at this place.
Cracker Barrel.
I'm not sure if we can continue to eat here. There's just nothing but wrestling meat at this point.
Wrestling meats. And I'm spelling it MEAT.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes. Wrestling meat. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you're wrestling, you just keep a little bit of meat in one of your wrestling pockets. So, you know, while
Oh,
you're
yeah.
while you're expending all your energy down there, just in case somebody needs some extra protein.
I never had pockets in my singlet, but I'm sure singlets with pockets do exist.
Yeah.
Dude, wrestlers are gnarly. People used to like There were wrestlers that used to take onions and rub their bodies with it so they smelled really bad. Like wrestlers are fucking gross, dude. It
And
was a weird sport to be
what
involved in.
better time to find meat in a pocket than whilst wrestling?
Then whilst hugging another man
Yeah,
closely.
because you know one of those motherfuckers is gonna get hungry down there at some
Oh
point.
hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can enjoy half a double quarter pounder.
It's like, bro, I'm not tapping out. I'm trying to get the meat out of your pot, the wrestling meat out of your pocket.
Look, get me and a half, Nelson. We'll have this position where I'm not being pinned yet. We'll enjoy this fucking double quarter pounder.
If you didn't want
And
me
then
to
we'll
eat
keep
it,
going.
then why'd you bring it?
Why is there meat in your singlet if you didn't want me to taste it? Oh man.
You gotta make a list of the top 5 best wrestling meats.
Gabagool.
Yeah. Yeah. Gabagool, po- po- Polish kielbasa.
Chicken fried
Um,
steak.
yeah. Pepperoni.
Yeah, definitely pepperoni.
Yeah.
Any shows coming up?
I can't think. No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of I know Ammo
I
and the
would.
Sniffers will be here in May, I think. I'm trying to
I
think of
would.
big bands that are touring this year.
There's a smaller show that I would love to go to, but it's in New York.
Where's that?
Um, American Television is like direct support for. I don't know if you ever heard of the band Houseboat, but they're kind of
No.
like a they're kind of like a cult classic type band.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of obscure band that had like a good following for a while because they were a good band.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like a one-off show, and they haven't played a show as a band in like a really long time.
Yeah.
And American Television is playing right before them, but Night Surf is also playing that.
Oh no shit. When
show.
is that?
It's coming up here kind of soon, I think. It's if you go on like American Television's Facebook page, you should be able to find a post about it. But man, I would love to go to that show. I think it's not too far off, actually. It might even be at the end of this month.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is. February 8th.
February 8th?
February 8th.
The day before the Super Bowl?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, February 8th, 6:30 p.m. New York City.
Where?
And this place called Bowery Electric.
The Bowery Electric.
Yeah. And it's Houseboat, American Television, Night Surf, Early Riser. Yeah, that would be a rad show to go to.
It's at the Bowery Electric. I wonder. That's a bad weekend for me.
Yeah.
I'm working that weekend. Otherwise, I would say let's go, because I could say my uncle. My uncle lives in the West Village in New York City, and he would give me his apartment for a weekend, no problem, anytime.
That'd be cool.
But I have to fucking work that weekend.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to go anyways. I wish I could.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to play New York. We played New Jersey last month, which was cool.
But not quite as cool as New York.
Not as cool as New York. It was a great show. We played some a brewery. The Blanks played with Burnt Mill Ghosts and this band called Huge, who a couple members of the band Huge are former members of Murphy's Law.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool. Burnt Mill Ghosts are on Spam Records. Really good band. Did I
Fun
tell you the
show?
story? Did I tell you about so we drove up. I don't know if I don't think I talked about this yet, but it was December 14th. So it was the Saturday after our show at the pie shop that we did with our Brain Search show.
Yeah.
yeah, we drove up to it was in Asbury Park, New Jersey, a couple blocks off the beach at this brewery, Wild Air Brew Works. Great brewery, and they it was cool because they give every band $50 for free for their beers, and then after once you hit $50, then you have to start paying. But we never get to that point. Mostly because the bassist for Burnt Milk Ghost kept handing me Tito's shots. He had this like 12 pack of Tito's. Fucking Tito's is what is it? It's tequila, right? Tito's
Vodka, vodka.
vodka. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so we go up there and we stayed at shout out Ian from Burnt Milk Ghost, the bass player for Burnt Milk Ghost. We stayed at his house that night, and I didn't tell this story on
No, I don't
no,
think
okay,
so.
so we played the show. We opened, then Burnt Milk Ghost played, and then Huge played, and it was great. We had, we when we were the opening band, but there was only 3 bands. So when we played, there was still probably 40 to 60 people there. Got a great reaction. People loved us. And after the show, we stayed at Ian's house from Burnt Milk Ghost, the bass player. And there was a bunch of people that came back, and they were all doing shrooms. They were fucking tripping balls. I can't.
Yeah.
I can do them because I heard shrooms do not show up in piss tests. But I did not do shrooms. Anyway, so we get there, and Ian has this awesome house. It was built in 1790. He just bought it a few weeks ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was a really cool house, and it's funny because all these old houses have like low ceilings because people were so small back in the day, and like he had it decorated with all this like horror shit, and it was really cool. He had this like separate like garage type place where he has band practice for Burnt Milk Ghost and a couple other bands that he's in. And it's funny, we get there and he was like, and Ian's this huge, he's like 6 something, like really heavy dude, just like this huge punk rock dude. And I remember getting to his house and he's like, I fucking love Fleetwood Mac. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, dude, I'm serious. And he's looking at me like the most serious. He's like, I'm serious. And he pulls off Rumors, the Fleetwood Mac album Rumors from his shelf,
Yeah.
the vinyl, and he puts it on for 7 fucking hours, dude. The A side of Rumors from Fleetwood Mac was playing nonstop. And he wouldn't even flip the record. He would just like take the needle and put it back to the beginning of the side A. And I remember laying in bed. He eventually like let me go upstairs at like 4 a.m. to sleep in one of his extra bedrooms. And I just remember hearing Fleetwood Mac. And I was like, if I ever hear these songs again, I'm gonna murder somebody. It's just like it was punk rockers tripping balls on shrooms with Fleetwood Mac blaring in the background all night. It was the weirdest fucking night. But it was awesome. He was a great host and it was fucking rad. But
That's awesome.
it was so weird. So yeah, side A to Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
I never want to hear you again.
somebody should have brought a box of sharp ass cereal like Captain Crunch.
It was funny because this other band that he's in, I don't know, he maybe the bass player or drummer. This dude was showing up and partying, and he was tripping balls. And when we woke up, we tried to wake up Justin, our singer guitarist, for the next morning, and this dude was like laid out on top of him, on his legs, on the couch. Like Justin had no idea this dude passed out on his legs. And we're trying to move this guy, and he's not moving at all. And we're like me, Dan, and Justin are trying to move him because he's laying on Justin's charger for his phone, and we had to get his charger to get to leave. And I remember putting my ear, like holding his chest and being like, I don't know if this guy's alive or not. Like this, like we're yanking him all the way. He's not moving at all, but he was breathing. So when we left, he was breathing. Man, it was drones. That was like the Jersey, because Asbury Park, there was like all these drones in Jersey. And while we were playing, like I went outside for a cigarette afterwards, and they were like, dude, when you were playing, it was 2 drones that flew right over us. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, yeah, dude, with two drones. I watched them. He's like, I watched them fly off to the beach.
Even drones like the Jersey Beach.
Yeah, I was so hoping. I was like, I told Justin, I was like, I hope the blanks get abducted by aliens. That'd be so good for our band.
Even even the drones want to go down to the boardwalk and go watch bums fucking
Yeah.
underneath it.
Yeah. Bums fucking or fucking Italians fist pumping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rum ham.
That's one of my favorite episodes
Yeah.
of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. That's like one of the
Man. Yeah.
greatest episodes of
Oh, it's
television
so
that's
good.
ever been made.
So good.
The
Those
real
two
action's
bums,
underneath.
like fuck.
The real action's underneath the boardwalk.
One of my favorite lines by what's her name ever in that show is at the end of that episode where she's yelling at Mac, and she's like, "Get in the car, you fat ass, fat ass," because that was when Mac had gained all that weight.
Yeah. Yeah, big when my Fat Mac.
Get in the car, you fat ass, fat ass. She had the dreads that got stuck in the fucking that one ride and it ripped out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Such a great show, man. That's such classic. That's how you know Danny DeVito is fucking rad. Because
Yeah.
he did Taxi and then he did It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You have to be cool as shit to
Yeah.
have that range. To be an
Has he
actor
ever-
in a show where you poop on the floor. It's
Has he ever done any other television shows where he was a regular?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know either.
I don't, honestly, like those are the only two shows. I mean, obviously the movies that he's done, like
Yeah, he's done a bajillion movies.
he was awesome as like in Batman 2 as the Penguin.
Oh my God, so good.
Oh yeah.
Best
Chester
Penguin.
Cobblepot or whatever. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then what? Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't. I mean, as far as TV shows, it's Taxi at the very beginning of his career, and It's Always Sunny at the very end of his career. So I don't know if he did any more TV between the two. If he did, I'm just ignorant, and I apologize. But
I can't ever recall him being like. I mean, I'm sure he's been on episodes of television shows, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if he was ever a regular on another show,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
like a main character or whatever. I don't know. I don't know either. I can't recall off the top of my head, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
yeah, me neither. But you would think there would have to be something between those two because Taxi was from
Just
70s.
movies, baby. Just movies. All
Yeah,
Hollywood.
'cause Taxi was in the 70s, right? Not even the 80s. That was the 70s, I think.
70s.
Maybe the very early 80s.
Yeah, I
When
think
was
it went
Taxi?
into the 80s. I'm pretty sure. I think it went into the 80s. Good old Taxi.
Great show.
Andy Kaufman.
Fucking and what's his name? Fucking who's the boss? Tony Danza.
Yeah, Tony Danza.
That's when he fucking
Yeah, and a bunch of other people too.
yeah.
Whole bunch of other people.
All right, so it was from 78 to 82. Only 4 years. Wow.
Yeah, so it was 5 seasons.
All right, yeah, September 12th, 78 to May 6th, 82.
What's her
Yeah.
name that was in Cheers was in that? I don't know why I can't.
His wife?
Rhea Perlman or whatever her name
Was
is.
she in Taxi? I don't think she was in
Yeah.
Taxi.
Yeah,
No, I don't
Pretty
think Rhea
sure.
Perlman was in Taxi.
was she not?
I don't think so. Because they're married in real life. You might think of Mary Lou Henner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I'm thinking of.
Man, I'm looking at that picture. Danny DeVito's so fucking young in this. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good show
Wow.
though. Good show.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy Kaufman, like you said, like what a
Mhm.
wild dude. That dude. Man,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, it's funny that where they film Taxi, there's like it's a couple blocks from where my uncle lives in New York City. It's actually a police station now. But I walk by it every now and then. I was just there a couple weeks ago for Christmas. It's pretty cool. But Yeah.
Is the Ghostbusters firehouse still standing? Speaking of
I
iconic
don't know
places,
actually. It might be. That's more uptown, I think, in Manhattan. But
I'm curious now.
yeah. And
I
TV
think
was so good in the 70s. It was so good. It's so funny how things like I'm upset. Sanford and Son is my favorite show of all time. But you have Sanford and
yeah.
Son, The Jeffersons, Good Times. There's it was so funny before people really cared about words and shit like that. It's like
Words,
it is.
words,
You get along so
words.
much better when you could just talk shit about other people because it was funny and everybody knew it was just stupid and funny.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, things are nuts, man. Fucking LA's burning
Don't they have a
still.
couple arson suspects in custody or something like that?
Dude, imagine if this was all arson. That's fucking wild. I
Yeah,
don't think it was, but
they have.
there's definitely video of people walking around with fucking like blowtorches.
Yeah, and there's definitely arson suspects in custody.
Yes. And there's definitely the failure of elected officials in LA and the state of California.
Yeah,
It's awful.
I really want to go back to San Francisco. Speaking of California, just to go to that sandwich shop called the Deli Board.
I'd never want to ever go to San Francisco.
Oh man, once you got a sandwich from that place,
Whatever, dude, I guess, but that's like the taint of liberalism and I would need more than a good sandwich to fucking walk into that fucking city, dude. Fuck that. Like,
or you just walk in, get the sandwich, and get out.
yeah, I guess, but you know what? I don't know. I'll just go to Subway and eat fresh.
Gross.
Mhm. RKL is playing some shows in March.
I saw.
Yeah, at the same place I saw them last year, and I was thinking about going to that, but like that's in March. It's too
A little
soon.
way.
I used yeah. I'm still. They're going to come out. They have to come to the East Coast. They have to.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
going to
they're gonna.
Europe, and they're going
They're gonna.
to. They've already announced the European dates for this year and their California dates. They have to come to the East Coast,
They're gonna.
dude.
They're gonna hit us up. We're gonna
That's
book
what.
them.
So I want to hit them up and be like, I wonder what their guarantee is because I know it's going to be way more than what we can make at the pie shop.
Yeah,
But if it's not way more,
yeah.
then it would almost be worth paying for it for like a private RKL party with 100 of our friends.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking awesome would that be to have fucking RKL at the pie shop?
Yeah, it would be rad.
That would be rad.
It would be so rad.
All right, man.
All right.
I will talk to you then, or I'll talk to
All
you. I'll
right.
talk to you before then. But
Yeah,
all right, go Commanders.
yeah. I don't know shit.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.